Hey guys, so in today's video I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Around about this time last year I filmed a haul video of all the things that I bought ready for my first year at university. Now I never actually did anything with this footage, but I still have it kicking around on my computer, so I thought it'd be fun, seeing as I'm now at the end of my first year, to sit down and react to it and tell you guys exactly what you probably should bring and the things that you really just don't need to bring to university.
Hi guys, so I am back.
First of all, I forgot quite how much I bought. You probably don't need to buy this much stuff, but I was obsessed with like the idea of decorating my room.
I got this. It's a single bed like blanket.
Okay, so first of all, a blanket, 100% would recommend. It was really useful just for like, I'd always take it to the living room when we were having like film nights, and also like when I invited friends over, I would sleep on the sofa and then they'd have my duvet and my bed, and so it meant that I still had a cover. I love the blanket so much that I even brought it home. There you go, it's there. I used it for a movie night yesterday.
This is my bedding for the next 2 years. I've got 2 pillowcases and just the 1 duvet.
Okay, so bedding is an obvious one. Obviously you need like bedding covers. I picked white because I thought it would sort of like brighten up my room, because obviously dorm rooms are quite small, and I did find that actually. One thing I say is I only bought 1 set of bedding. This personally worked for me. It may not work for other people, but it kind of eliminated any excuse to be lazy. So when I had to wash my bedding, I had to wash it. However, the dryers and the washing machines can be a bit unreliable because obviously so many people are using them. Maybe having 2 is a good idea, but if you've got a blanket, it may not matter.
A bag of Dime bars to share with my flatmates when I move in.
Okay, the Dime bars were a shout. They went down very well. Everyone bought chocolate, I think, for the flat, so we ended up having loads, which I'm totally not complaining about.
Then like measuring spoons.
When did I ever use the measuring spoons? I never used them. I think I may have used them once to make jelly shots, I think. I eyeballed everything when I did my cooking. Unless you know for a fact you're a big baker, don't bother getting a mixing bowl, measuring spoons, like literally any of that baking stuff. You don't need it because you're just not going to do it.
A towel.
Okay, towels. I would recommend getting 2 sets so that you can change them at the end of every week. It depends how many times you do a wash. So I used to do a wash once every week, and I would alternate between washing my clothes and my towels and my clothes and my bedding, because bedding and towels are both really bulky, and so I didn't really have room to do both at the same time. So I'd alternate every week, which is why I had 2 sets of towels. So come the week where I had to wash my towels, I could wash all of them, but it meant that I didn't have to go 2 weeks using the same towel.
I got a pack of 4 tea towels.
Well, we definitely did not run out of tea towels because everybody had the same idea. Please don't buy tea towels. If you're gonna bring some, just bring 1. You can get them when you're there. It's definitely the kind of thing that you need to wait and discuss with your flatmates, because we had so many and like we just never washed them because we had so many. Like we were like, oh, we can just get another clean one out, so we never washed them. So by the end of the year we had like a pile of like a good 24 tea towels that were all smelly and all disgusting. Like, don't buy 4 packs of tea towels.
And I got this Tupperware.
Okay, so this dish was actually really useful. I used it to make my pasta bakes, but I also used it as a Tupperware. Like, it was a 2-in-1, so I could put it in the oven and then I could just like take my leftovers and put them in the fridge left in that dish. Or if I hadn't done anything with that dish, I could just use it as another Tupperware. So I think I put fruit in it one time. If you can get your hands on something like that, that's really useful. Just all lock and locks, everything like that, they're so useful. I make like pasta sauces and then freeze them in separate Tupperwares so that I could have like multiple different meals throughout the week. Also found getting a lunchbox really useful, because not only does it double up as a Tupperware, it gets you in the habit of making your own packed lunch, which will save you so much money.
Then I got a set of 4 cutlery, bog standard.
Okay, so cutlery, I'd say do what I did. I tried to buy the smallest set possible and it worked completely fine. Like, I didn't have loads, and also I'd suggest getting different ones. Same with like your plates and your glasses. Try and get ones that stand out, because there were a lot of the same sets of cutlery, a lot of the same sets of plates in my flat, and everyone was really confused as to whose was whose. And while it doesn't really matter, it's just nice for like when you move out knowing like which bits are actually yours. Teaspoons, you don't need them. I literally for everything just used a normal spoon. Like making myself a hot chocolate, I just stick in the normal spoon and like mix it around. Like, you don't need a separate set of spoons. As well, all my teaspoons have gone missing. I don't know where they are. They were that thing in the flat where everyone brought them and nobody can find them at the end of the year. Like, it's bizarre.
Yeah, I got a bread knife, a fat knife and a thin knife.
You don't need a bread knife. If you like getting bread from the bakery, then maybe I suggest getting a bread knife, but I always used to buy like the pre-made sliced loaves, so I never had a need for a bread knife at all. Glasses and mugs are really important. I had about, I think, 4 or 5 glasses and mugs in total, which was really useful because it meant that I could have one in my room, one in the kitchen. It was also useful for pre-drinks before we went out clubbing, so like when we invited friends over, we could like lend them a glass. Same for if I had friends come up to stay with me, I could lend them glasses.
And finally, a laundry bag.
This wash bag was so good. It fit a whole week's worth of laundry in it, and like a full one was a complete full load. It's also quite small, so it fit at the end of my bed perfectly. That's it in terms of my video and what I bought. I did end up buying a couple more things throughout the year that I didn't show, so I suggest discussing with your flat who's going to bring a kettle and who's going to bring a toaster, or you may will want to chip in together. Clothes hangers obviously is a necessity. However, I would say bring more than you think you need, because you're probably going to end up buying clothes while you're at uni, and they're also useful for like drying things. So some items of clothing that I didn't want to tumble dry, I would hang up in my shower on a clothes hanger. I also got a measuring jug, so useful. I used to make my pot noodles in there. I used to do baked beans in there. I think I even used it as a cereal bowl once when I had forgotten to wash up my bowl. Like, they're so useful, and they're so useful for cooking in as well as actually measuring stuff in. Then a couple more things that you don't really need. I got a cheese slice. The one I bought was awful. And I actually just found using a knife was so much easier, and like it's one less thing in the drawer, so it may not be something that you immediately think of, but you don't really need to bring a cheese slice. So I don't really need coasters. We did have coasters and nobody ever used them, so they just ended up cluttering up the workspace. Heat protective mats as well, we had one, and again it was just there for like decoration, nobody really used it. We tended to keep stuff just on the hobs, like hot pans we put in the hobs, or straight away we put them in the sink to cool down. Then finally, a doorstop. Now, every man and his dog told me to bring a doorstop. Like when I was on YouTube looking at like essentials to bring to university, the number one thing was a doorstop, and everyone was saying put a doorstop down and keep your door open on move-in day so that people can like come into your rooms and talk to you. I don't recommend this because from my accommodation at least, my door was a fire door, and I think that is the case for most accommodations, and fire doors are meant to be kept shut, and they're also weighted, so no doorstop in the world is going to keep that open. I could have definitely used one of these videos before I bought all the stuff that I did ready for university. While a lot of the stuff I bought I did use, I now know that you don't really need all of it. So anyway, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.